Another year, another disappointment for the Miami Hurricanes football team. It is the Bad Boys Mowers Pinstripe Bowl between the Miami Hurricanes versus the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, who are a New Brunswick college university in New Jersey. And Rutgers just dominated, bullied, whatever you call it, against the Miami Hurricanes, and the Hurricanes just completely were garbage today. Now, before I go further, before I go any further in this recap, there are a couple of things I want to say. One, I completely forgot to make a preview in this matchup, so I do apologize. But I think in the end it was not worth previewing. And secondly, is I just gotta give credit to Rutgers. Man, they came out and they played football. They had a whole month to prepare, and they were mentally prepared for this. What is it, like 10 years since? Was it 10 years since they won a bowl game? And to make things better for them is this is the first time in program history that they actually beat the Miami Hurricanes. So for the Pinstripe Bowl, I'm gonna be a bigger man and say congratulations to Rutgers Scarlet Knights. I think the victory is well earned. They just dominated from start to finish. And even though they had some problems in the third quarter, it ultimately were bounced back during the third quarter. But no, I gotta give credit to Rutgers. They were inspired to play football. Now for the Hurricanes, I am just absolutely disappointed. Absolutely disappointed. Well, there's one thing with the depth. There's a depth issue with this. One, a lot of our key guys did not play, and there are some who are already transferred, like Van Dyke, for example. Ja'Cory Brown makes this starting in this, and I mean, he did play his best football as he possibly could. Was he mentally prepared for this? I don't know. I don't know for sure. I just don't know if he did. I don't think so now with the results. So this game is taking place at Yankee Stadium. As I'm not gonna waste too much time. It's depressing. It's depressing to talk about this. So in the first drive, we start with Rutgers ball, and then they majority of the time they were rushed the ball, and then they make a touchdown, which was Gavin Wimsatt. They tried to do a little sneak in at the end zone a couple of times before actually reaching to the end zone, and Rutgers would take the lead. So the Hurricanes making his season debut is Ja'Cory Brown. Ja'Cory Brown with his first pass was incomplete. It was a deep shot to Restrepo or Jacoby George. I think it was Jacoby George. A deep shot. It was just slightly overthrown, incomplete. And then a little bit after that, Restrepo with a nice catch for 8 yards. I'll give him the first down. Fletcher would try to get the football, and he did, and then he wound up getting hurt. And he would wind up not coming back for the rest of the game. So, Mark Fletcher, I hope you're okay. Hopefully it's nothing serious, and hopefully it's a speedy recovery. And then Ja'Cory Brown gets sacked by Mohamed Tor. Then Rutgers will get the ball back. more rush plays. Now one thing that was really frustrating with this team, and I'm referring to the Hurricanes team, is they cannot tackle. They just can't tackle anybody. And whatever it's Monan guy, whatever. I think that's how you say his last name, Monan guy, or somebody else. They just can't tackle anybody. Not even the receivers. Not even Rutgers receivers. So they wind up getting a first down. Wimstad with the pass to Ian Strong for 14 yards. So they blew up that one. Samuel Brown, the fifth, would get 11 yards down. So that's another guy they can't tackle. And Samuel Brown, the fifth again, with another freaking 11 yards. That would end the first quarter. And they start with Samuel Brown with losing 4 yards. So finally, good tackle there. And I thought they fumbled the ball, and it turned out that they did fumble the ball, but Samuel Brown will recover it right back. Second and 14, there was an incomplete pass. Third and 14, lose of yard is Monan guy. Now Patel with the field goal. It's a 53-yarder. So I thought it was a 45-yarder at first, but that wound up being a 53-yarder. And the kick was just short. The kick was a little bit off, short. It is a missed field goal. So okay, now we get the ball back at our own 35. Henry Parrish with going up 3 yards, second and 7. Parrish losing 2 yards after literally getting 3. Third and 9, Jacoby Brown with a really bad pass on the right side, and it's picked off by Abraham Wright. It's depressing. It really is depressing. And now my iPad broke. Well, not my iPad. My iPad case stand is now acting up again. There we go. So then after that, after the interception, which is Mona guy with losing 4 yards, second and 14, pass complete to Fermentor for 11 yards, third and 3, run for 2 yards. That's a fourth down, and then Miami commits a freaking offside that would give them the first down. First and 10, Mona guy with losing 2 yards rush, second and 12, pass complete to Christian Dramel for 23 yards. First and goal, rushing in is Monongai for a touchdown. It's now 14-7, or 14-0, Rutgers at this point. Miami would get the ball though. Jacoby Brown with the pass complete to Isaiah Horton for 16 yards. I think this was a drive where they were looking at see if there was a intent on targeting. If this was the one, I think so. But they said there was no targeting, so whatever. Miami then pass complete to Restrepo for 8 yards. Nice catch there. Second and 2, Jacoby Brown pass incomplete to Restrepo. Third and 2. After a couple of timeouts later, I mean, this second quarter also too, it took too long. It took way too long. It was It's depressing. It's slow. It was cold out. Third and 2, Jay Allen with 3 yards. That gives him the first. First and 10, Jacoby Brown pass complete to Jacoby George for a yard. There will be a penalty on Rutgers for a face mask. I mean, that's just an easy call. That's an easy call to make. We all saw the face mask. I saw the face mask even when I'm on the seats. I saw it. I mean, if you missed that one, you're a bigger blind man than you thought. First and 10 at the Rutgers 32. Jacoby Brown pass incomplete to Jacoby George. And then another penalty on Rutgers. I didn't see too much of it because I was too focused on the football. But there was a roughing the passer on Rutgers. That will give them the first down on the 15-yard penalty. First and 10 at the 17. Jacoby Brown rushed for 2 yards himself. Second and 8. Henry Parrish for 6 yards. Third and 2. Henry Parrish with 2 more yards. That'll give him the first down. And first and goal, Ja'Cory Brown with the baseball slide at the left side of the end zone. That's a touchdown, Hurricanes. That's his first rushing touchdown this season for Ja'Cory Brown. So nice job there to get us within. We are now down within 7 points. Rutgers would get the ball back. Monongai with the 6-yard rush. Second for Monongai with 8 more yards. Just you can't stop him. Gavin Wimsatt with the pass to Monongai for 11 yards. That makes it even worse. Incomplete to Monongai. And I think, funny story, I think this is the part where I saw a fight where I was sitting. I'll definitely show it off when I get a chance. But anyway, overthrew Monongai, second and 10, losing 2 yards himself. That's should be a sack. Third and 12, Wimsatt incomplete, and they punted a football. This is going to make me lose my freaking mind. Ja'Cory Brown pass complete to Restrepo for 9 yards, second and 1. Parrish with 16 yards to the Miami from the Miami 35 to the Miami 35, I should say. Ja'Cory Brown then pass complete to Restrepo for 9 yards, second and 1. There will be a timeout called with Rutgers. Ja'Cory Brown would then pass complete to Restrepo for 9 yards. Penalty would be on Rutgers for unsportsmanlike conduct. That pushes up more, so that's great news for us. Ja'Cory Brown then pass complete to Isaiah Horton for 8 yards, second and 2. Ja'Cory Brown rushes himself for a first down. Clock is ticking with 9 seconds left now. Now, before I talk about this next play, I'm going to show you this photo. Now I can't find it. That's crazy, right? Crazy that I can't find it. But anyway, yeah, here we go. First and 10 with 9 seconds left. Ja'Cory Brown. Oh, what the hell? There we go. Ja'Cory Brown passes incomplete to Restrepo. Except, here we go. Right there. Does this look incomplete to you? I was at that stadium. There was no word that they were going to look at the review or something. And they were like at the review or at the discussion. No, I heard after the review. I could have sworn I heard them say after the review. The pass was incomplete. And on television, you had to see the rear end down in the end zone, not on the out of bounds white chalk field. That's a touchdown. That is a touchdown. And the Hurricanes were absolutely robbed by that call. They were robbed. In all fairness, referees in this game were horrible on both sides. But this one, that's a touchdown. That is a touchdown. So, when you look at the officiating this season, and listen, as much as I want to complain too much about the officiating, like I did against Clemson, one more note about it. This is a touchdown. This is a safety. And this is a safety. None of them were called properly. So, I don't know if there's some scheme or corruption against Miami. But if there is, then you know what? You need to be held accountable, and you should be sued. Because honestly, this is too much. This is absolutely too much. It's bullshit. It's robbery. It's misleading. I can call a better game than you can. Because I am a baseball umpire, right? And if I go to a referee school for football, I guarantee you I would know how to call a freaking game properly. Period. Y'all are not intelligent, these referees are. So we had to settle for a field goal. Borregales will have to kick a 35-yarder. That will give us a the field goal will have to do. The field goal will have to do. So 10 to 14 Rutgers going into halftime. So coming out of halftime, Miami will get the football as Parrish would start off with the run play. Ja'Cory Brown with also four rush. 3rd and 3, Ja'Cory Brown would rush for 6 more yards, and Hurricanes would just run the football majority of the time, and it got to the point, and I'll tell you this a little bit later, but right now we'll talk about this drive. 1st and 10, Ja'Cory Brown passes complete to Riley Williams, and that is a nice catch by Riley Williams for 13 yards. Tight end finally getting something there. 1st and 10, after that, Jacoby George would get a 14-yard rush. 1st and 10, Jay Allen with a 3-yard rush. 2nd and 7, Henry Parrish goes up for 11 yards. Then penalty would be on Miami for a unnecessary roughness that backs them up to 30. But then there's some history with this next play. Ja'Cory Brown pass complete to Restrepo for 30 yards. So with this reception, Xavier Restrepo now with a record-breaking reception for the Miami Hurricanes program history. Miami, congratulations to Xavier Restrepo. That touchdown pass, that is his 80th reception this season. That is a new single season record for the Miami Hurricanes. So congratulations to Xavier Restrepo for conquering that record. That is definitely well earned. And that is a 30-yard touchdown, and that would put us up front, 17-14. Then now Rutgers would have the football. One guy with a few rushes, incomplete passes. Pass is 6 yards, and that would be fourth down there. So, okay, defense is locking it up. With this game too, is you're lucky to even stop them on a down. That's how bad the defense got without the key players. Now, this next drive basically sealed our fates in this game, in the bowl game. It basically sealed this game. We had a 3 and out. All we did was rush, and we did not get far. So it's a 3 and out. Dylan Joyce I think it's Dylan Joyce. Dylan Joyce trying to punt the football, and it was blocked. It was a blocked a punt block by Trevor Yeboah Cody. And Ward recovered it in the end zone. Specialties are garbage. Specialties were so garbage in this game. And at that point, we're back to square one with this game. It took so long to get us up within, and then it took them couple of attempts to get back within. And then freaking Rutgers now has the lead back. And then Miami, all they did was rush. The one time they did pass the football to Restrepo, they would call it offensive holding. More runs, and then Brown gets sacked. No protection at all. Now, the next drive, we forced Rutgers a 3 and out. And then the next drive, another 3 and out against the Hurricanes. That went in the third quarter. The next drive, whatever. One guy with a 3-yard rush. One guy with a 12-yard rush. You just can't bring him down. You just can't bring him down. You just can't. You literally just can't. And then one guy with the 40-yard rush. 40-yard rush. That looked like a touchdown. Honestly, that was a touchdown by Rutgers. He was in bounds. He touched the pylon, and the referee said no. He was out of bounds. Did not reach it. So then they do the sneak tactic again until they eventually got it. They took a while for that second play, but they got the call as Rutgers would then have another touchdown, 28-17, and Miami just Brown passes to Jacoby George for 12 yards, 2nd and 10. Actually, 1st and 10 would be incomplete pass. 2nd and 10, Brown for 5 yards. Henry Parrish for 3 yards. There will be a 4th down, 4th and 2. And Henry Parrish, I mean, why didn't you do a play action? What is this play calling? What is this play call? What is this play calling by the Hurricanes coaching staff? I don't get it. You keep running the football. And you know what happens when you, and I'm not an expert in coaching, but what I see this throughout the years of watching. You know what happens when you constantly rush the football? They're going to figure you out, and they're going to eat you alive. And that's what they did. Henry Parrish did not get anything, and we turned the ball over on downs. That's your bowl game. That is your bowl game. Rutgers, in this next drive, took so much clock. All of the plays are rush plays. And majority of them are Samuel Brown the 5th, Gavin Wimsatt for 3 yards, Mona Guy, and they only settle for a field goal. It's 2:35 left. You're down 2 possessions. That's it. That's literally it. So the Hurricanes are needing this touchdown, and they got it. In this drive, they would catch the football. Finally, they would catch the football. They would go out of bounds, which is smart. You don't want to use timeouts, but I want them to go do a deep route, but they didn't. Throughout the entire drive, they would go out of bounds, catching out of bounds and out of bounds, with that stuff like that. And this drive took too long. It took like 10 minutes. It took like a 10-minute drive, really, until eventually there'll be a couple. Was there a timeout in this drive? No, there wasn't. So finally, we get to the red zone. Jacoby Brown with the Restrepo pass for 8 yards at the 4th down play. 1st and goal. Jacoby Brown pass incomplete. There'll be a couple of penalties on defensive pass interference. Jacoby Brown would try to get one in, and he did. Jacoby Brown with the 2nd touchdown of the game. That would be 24-31. Rutgers at this point, with 27 seconds left. I'm like, unless they get the onside kick, who knows? Now they did attempt that onside kick, and the Hurricanes recovered the football. So yeah, for the first time in my life, I actually saw a successful onside kick in my life in this whole view, with my own eyes at the stadium. 1st and 10. They need this so badly. Pass complete to Isaiah Horton. 2 straight passes, incomplete. 4th and 6, needing this 1st down. Jacoby Brown passed to Restrepo, and Restrepo was just short of the 1st down marker, and the ball game ends. Absolutely embarrassing. Again, congratulations to the Rutgers Scarlet Knights for winning the bowl game. I think that was well earned compared to what the Hurricanes did this game. No hard feelings on Rutgers. No hard feelings at all. I'm just more pissed off at ourselves. I really am. We played like garbage. We didn't deserve to win this game. With the key starters out, with depth issues, I wouldn't say depth issues, but depth, trying to think of plan Bs and who's going to be more efficient. I mean, I don't know. Isaiah Washington would then do a backflip. whatever, whatever. Well, another guy runs for 163 yards. I think he pulled a record in this game or alone or something like that. But that helps. This win, they helped secure Rutgers with the winning record. Now, granted, we already have a winning record, but it's still not enough. We need a bowl game. Now, with Crystal Bowl era going to the bowl game, it stepped in the right direction, but then we stepped in the wrong direction. You still coach terribly. I'm sorry. I think I'm in the wagon of I don't believe in Crystal Bowl anymore. I just don't. I really don't. I'm sorry to say. The play calling is so questionable. The clock management is awful. Horrible clock management. The decisions just makes no sense. The play calling just makes no sense. And it loses us the game because of it. Now, God damn it. There we go. Gavin Wimstad didn't even have a single touchdown pass. Meanwhile, Ja'Cory Brown has one touchdown pass, and he also has a rushing touchdown. So that's two rushing touchdowns. One is a 30-yard pass from Ja'Cory Brown, and he does get picked off. Wimstad didn't do squat. Wimstad didn't do squat. He only shot few passes with 84 yards, while for Ja'Cory Brown has 181 with interception and a touchdown pass. It's been mostly a running game for Rutgers. We know that they were going to rush the football. They know we were going to rush the football. Here's the difference. They can stop us. What's the difference between them and us, right? Again, they can stop us. For us, we can't. Because we don't have a starting lineup piece for the defense. Period. The receiving yards, I mean, forget it. Restrepo is like the best player tonight. 99 yards, 80 receptions of the season. It's embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. And there was a fumble by Samuel Brown, recovered by Dunlap. And then we get picked off by Abram Wright. And with that not only ends our season, it ends our season in a disappointment. Absolutely disappointing finish by Miami Hurricanes. Anyway, I've had it. I tell you the truth. I'm glad this season is finished. It's been a headache. I think as soon as we got to the ACC play, it's been a real headache. It's been a real chore to watch this team. It really is. It really is. The first 4 games, they were great. I was there for the first 2 games. I saw them when they kicked the floor against the other Miami team. And then I saw Van Dyke having the best game ever against Texas A&M. Texas A&M, an SEC school. Just for fun, I'm going to look at Miami, Ohio's record. They are, let's see. So they finished the regular season 10-2. 10-2. 10-2. And you want to know what's even worse? They won their own division championship, the MAC championship. They won their own division championship against Toledo Rockets. Now, granted, they did lose a bowl game against Appalachian State Mountaineers, but you see my point? You see my point here? Why is it that... Hold up. I don't freaking care. Why is it that Miami, Ohio did way better this season and we kicked the shit out of them in the first week? What happened to that team? Honestly, it's even more embarrassing. It really is. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. I know I keep being a pessimist, and I know I keep nagging and say like I'm a crybaby, cry. But anyway, I'll rep the year. I'll rep the U, right? Always rep the U. But holy shit, every freaking year this team knows how to invent ways to lose games in the most stupid fashion every year. And it does not seem to get better. I don't think it'll get better unless they figure it out in the off season. Because every year it's always embarrassing to watch this team and embarrassing to even rep the U. Meanwhile, every other team, maybe exception of Bethune-Cookman and Temple, right? They played good. Temple didn't, but Texas A&M did decent after that. Let me look at Bethune-Cookman. Okay, well, they didn't play well this season at all. But others, they win the ball game. They would win a bowl game. It's just, I don't know, man. I think I'm done. With this season. I'm done. I'm finished. Hurricanes finished the season 7-6 of the whole year. Miami Hurricane season does come to a close, and it just came to an end, a pretty rough ending. Whatever, man. Congratulations to Rutgers Scarlet Knights. They definitely earned it. The running game was fantastic. For Hurricanes defense, yeah, whatever. That's all I can say. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this video. That's going to do it for the Miami Hurricanes football season. If you like this video, and certainly not the game, because I thought the game was very disappointing, very tough to watch, hit the like button, subscribe to content, because Miami TVG guys are back. And when he does, he'll be right there with you for the entertainment you deserve. I'll see you guys tonight for the Heat recap as they're taking on the Golden State Warriors. All right, this is Miami TVG. Signing out, folks. Good night, everybody.